Hello and welcome to The Outspoken Artist. My name is Giancarlo. I'm here at Imaging 2024 with Gary Hughes and Justin. How are y'all?
I'm good.
Good, you?
A little tired. I've been here for 4 days, and I'm dehydrated.
What interview number is this for you?
Oh, good question.
Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, 7 probably.
That's good.
It's a good number.
Good way to create a lot of content in one shot, you know.
It is. It is.
But now you have to edit all that.
I do. AI. I actually leverage AI to do a lot of my podcast editing.
Really?
Wow. Are we going to go on TikTok too? You're going to clip this?
I'm going to make some clips and eventually make it on TikTok.
Do you have a TikTok, Justin?
I do not.
Me either. I don't do TikTok.
I have a TikTok that, funny enough, okay, when you're signed up for TikTok, if you don't sign up on a phone and you do it on the web, they make it impossible for you to post and follow people.
They want your data.
Yeah, I did everything I could up until the point that I need to post something, and I got a secondary phone, a crappy little Android, and use that for all my TikTok, and that's what I have someone posting for me, because I don't care for TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. Now tell me, guys, what brings you, I know why you're here in Imaging, but collectively, what brought you both of you here to Imaging?
Well, airplane that was how I got here, and then we rented a car. And so,
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty...
You're old enough to rent a car?
Yeah, I am. And, you know, surprisingly, it was very, very easy to rent a car. Yeah, you give them money, and they give you a car.
I'm just impressed that somebody trusted you with a vehicle.
I wouldn't do it.
Gary, did you get it or did your wife book it?
Okay, now it all makes sense.
There we go. There we go.
Well, this is actually a pretty great year. We have a group of friends, photographer friends, and we have, you know, everybody's got group chats going now. So in our group chat, we are photographers, and we go and their partners, and we go to conventions together. So, and at any point, some of us are speaking or volunteering or judging competitions, and so some of us are always involved in something. But this year, like, all of us had something going on, and so we kind of have launched a new software, Justin and I, and our partner Dave, and you know, his wife Carol speaking on the platform. I'm speaking on the platform. Our friend Travis speaking on the platform. Our friend Jen has an image that's like killing it, going up in competition at the first international photographic competition in the top 4. So like we're all like, now we usually just get drunk and hang out in each other's hotel rooms, and we're all too busy this year to like almost hang out with each other at all. So we've all got stuff going on, but imaging is basically, for me, this is kind of where I got my start as a photographer and as a photography educator. And so this is always like a homecoming kind of a thing. So I except for one where I had a baby born the day before Imaging started, I haven't missed a single one.
Yeah, I met you at the last year in Nashville and took one of your pre-con classes, and that kind of cascaded everything that happened because I didn't know anybody.
You sat and watched me talk for 8 hours?
I did.
Oof.
It was an 8-hour, and it was great. I learned a lot. But that cascaded meeting people and then meeting people because I knew nobody.
Right.
And that has led me to not only get to know you, now I know you, Justin, Carol over there, and a bunch of other people. And I hear the common theme that imaging, people may already know everything they need to technically. It's the fellowship, it's the friendships.
Community is very important.
It's crazy, right? Like we saw that, we had our little get-together Saturday night where community came together, but my wife and I came here for the first time, came to Imaging in 2009, Nashville, Tennessee, and we didn't know anyone. We were by ourselves. And it was every class was like a magic show. And it was like, oh my God, we could never do that. And it just felt so overwhelming. Everything was so much larger than life. And it's 2024 and it's a family reunion. But it's been like that since 2010, you know, getting involved with the organization, volunteering at events, all the people you meet and keep in touch with on social media.
You're still learning too?
Oh, there's no question. I mean, I sat in Carol's program yesterday, and there was a couple of really great tidbits in there that I'm going to use, and I don't shoot family. So like,
can I hear your animal sounds?
Oh yeah, I got to learn the animal sounds. Do you want Carol to do it or me?
Can you do one? Can you give me the Screeching Weasel?
Okay, Screeching Weasel. This is I learned from Carol. The Screeching Weasel. I'm going to back off the mic a little bit. You go. And it makes kids look at you. I tried it out on my son who's 18 months old.
Look, he's smiling. He's smiling already. It worked.
Look, yeah. He lost it. My son just kept belly laughing every time I do it. And he just...
Something about coughing up some phlegm. It's great for children.
So she calls it the Screeching Weasel. I call it the Choking Goat. But both of those sound kind of filthy, so for whatever reason. But, it's good stuff. So, yeah, I learned something every time. But one of the things I think is, I wrote an article about this for Petapixel, and one of the things I think people wonder in a world of online content and online education and Zoom and Microsoft Teams and webinars is it worth it? Are these things worth it, these photography conventions? Because so many of them have like diminished or folded or aren't what they were back in the heyday when you didn't really have social media and those types of outlets. But overwhelmingly, yes, and exactly because of those communities and because of all those little hallway conversations that you have, all those little water cooler moments that you have with people, you're going to be sitting at the bar with somebody and they're going to mention a piece of software that makes their life easier, and it's going to...
Or a sales technique. It doesn't have to just be... It can be anything. Yeah.
Anything. And they'll just drop a pro tip that's the answer to something that's been plaguing your business for years. And that happens in the hallway, at the bar. It happens at the
elevator.
Like, it's crazy. And you just... When you don't even know what to ask, you know how we all go in Facebook groups and we're like, how do you do this? Like, answers to questions that solve problems that you didn't even realize were problems. And besides the relationships, it's like I leave with 100 little things that I go back and make adjustments in my business. It was like sitting in Dave's class on Saturday, and we were going over stuff for how to make a website for headshot business. And I have a good high converting website, but I was like, oh man, yeah. So I got 6 things I'm going to go quickly change and move around on my website just from sitting in that class.
And one of the things I heard somebody say just, I think, a couple days ago was that asking questions on Facebook and stuff like that, sometimes it's hard for people. And like when you're with people here, it's so much easier to ask for help. And that's what they look forward to coming here.
Yeah, it is. It's like a safe space, right?
Yeah,
like everybody's
exactly.
here to learn, so it's okay to not know something. And I think that that's important too. Pretty cool.
What's been your experience like at Imaging, Justin?
It's your first one.
It's my first. I went to NAB once, but it's not like this at all.
The National Association
Broadcasters
of
or something like that. It's more video than camera for photos. But I think it's really the community that's surprising to me. Just seeing everybody knows each other. Everybody's friendly. I haven't seen a single person say a mean thing to another person. Like it's all about coming together and just learning about how to do their business better, how to grow as photographers. I'm really impressed with the vendor hall as well. I got to play with a whole bunch of gear that I would have otherwise not been able to see. Spent some time at the Sony booth. Oh my gosh, it's just a lot of fun. A lot of red.
The branding is very red.
Yes, there's a giant red carpet that surrounds us right now, and it's very eye-catching. So yeah, overall, it's very fun. I've never gone to one of these things before, but my wife was getting an award and speaking, and we had our Headshot Tools party, so it made sense to go this time.
Perfect segue. Tell me about Headshot Tools, because when I first went to your class, you were talking about something in the works.
Right.
Became.
Yeah. This was a year ago, pretty much to the day.
Yes.
And so we launched Headshot Tools, which is a team and event headshot volume solution. So anywhere from 5 people to 500 people, anybody who shoots...
Even 500 plus.
Or 500 plus. Yeah, thank you, Justin. Got to get the branding right. Photographers who do that type of work know that there are unique problems. And there are loads of solutions out there except for headshot photographers, right? So they got school, they got sports, they got Santa, they got
dance.
ducks and bunnies, they got dance, and there are tons of great software, but they all operate on selling prints and taking a commission. And it doesn't work for headshot photographers because it's all pre-purchased digital delivery to corporate clients. And so after going around to several other companies and saying, hey, is there any potential here for this? And being told no enough times. And, Carol's one of my best friends. And so I contacted Justin because I know he's a software engineer, senior software engineer. So he's a very, very, very gifted and knowledgeable software engineer. So I said, I wanted to ask him, what would it cost me to get something like this made? I was going to go overseas and just pay someone to make it just for me, not for anybody. And so Justin has this thing, which I've learned now since working with him for the last couple of years, is basically you have no idea whether or not he's interested in something until a couple of days later, and then he sends it to you. He's like, I did it. And that's what happened with Headshot Tools. Like, we'll want a feature for Headshot Tools, and Justin goes, maybe someday. And literally the next night at 9 o'clock, it's like, yeah, that was cool. I built it. I didn't have anything to do. It's very funny. So we got this joke. When
it's nothing. When
Justin says someday, we know it's like, okay, we guys start the clock 48 hours. We're going to have that feature really soon. He just doesn't like to overpromise and underdeliver, I think, is his basic MO. So I went to Justin and we talked for a couple hours He just got all this information off me on what I wanted it to do. And he gave me kind of a rough number of what I would need to pay to get started, what he thought. So I went to another friend of mine who basically gets software developed overseas and runs teams who does that. And so I was in the middle of the conversation. He was at my house when Justin texted me the first working model of what would become Headshot Tools. And I said, sorry, John, I don't think I need your help now. Like, I think I got a guy, you know? And so that turned into this project. And then as we were in it a little while, we brought in Dave Kalmbach, who is also, he does what I do as a volume headshot photographer, except he's way more systems oriented. And he's able to think of things that I don't, because I'm just not a spreadsheet organized person.
He's like the power user of headshot anything. Like, so if you want to know how to do something very, very specific and you want to know how to do it perfectly, Dave's your guy. And like, so he's the person behind the team who's always kind of pushing us to do things that even both of us, we're like, do we really need to do that? And Dave's like, we need to do that.
Yeah, the retouch export list was his idea. There's a whole bunch of other features where he's like, no, we absolutely need this, because he does it. And so a thing that he found a specialist software to do, and we want to incorporate that into Headshot Tools so it kind of does as much as we can make it do to help headshot photographers
He's the
out.
biggest, evangelist of the users. Like, he's always, they need this. This is what they need, and this is why, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
so he's always
absolutely.
gone in to make sure that they get the best of everything.
How did it feel when you had your first round of, I guess, early not developers, users, yes. Your first users that decided to say, we see the value in this, and they actually paid for your idea. How did that feel for you guys?
I'm probably better for Justin than it did for me, because I do it, and I had a 100% faith belief the whole time that people would pay for it.
And I did it.
And Justin did.
It's not that I didn't think it was valuable or that people would use it. It's one of those things where, when you're sinking time into something, you don't know if it's successful until it's successful, or you also have to define what success is in that particular situation. But, we did a webinar. That was how we launched it. It was on May 22nd. And, I had to hand out beta codes to get people into that thing. So they're on webinar in Florida. I'm in Chicago, and we're doing this simultaneously. And they say, okay, this is how you get your beta code. And I'm just sitting there, and my email inbox just floods. It's just boom, all these people who want in. So in that moment, it was like, wow. Well, Gary was right.
Wait. Could you say
one more time?
I missed it.
Gary was right.
Oh,
it calls for that animal sound.
Screeching Weasel. Yeah. It was, you know what happened accidentally, though? So we solve all these problems, and we've added over 100 features and updates since we launched the platform. And by we, I mean Justin.
Yeah.
But we've built a really neat community at a user-led platform, because we built, and this is based on Justin's direction, basically what's called the MVP, the minimum viable product. Basically, it's the lowest functioning working version of the thing you could make that would be useful, that people would pay for. And then we've been letting our users tell us what they want. And we've been building it at a fairly alarming rate so far, like just adding features almost too fast for people to digest them.
It's more what they need,
right,
rather than what they want.
Well, that's the thing. You do have to call out wants and needs. I think that's important, because the big question, this is working with a software engineer, we go, hey, I wanted to do this. And he goes, why? And you tell him, he goes, is that a want or a need? Want.
So Gary, with that, what has been the biggest challenge of going from an artist to building a software?
I'm going to say it's probably working with me.
No, I would no. I mean, yes and no. There is a challenge in working with someone who thinks completely differently. But the reason that Dave is there is because Dave is kind of halfway between me and Justin as far as thinking. I am disorganized. My memory is terrible. I'm a idea person, and I am a face person. I can sell, I can talk, I can present something, I can earnestly make you believe that this thing is going to make your life better, but I have no idea how to build a software platform. I have no idea what that entails. I've run several successful businesses through the course of my life, and still own my photography studio now. And I have all done it on the back of someone who's really well organized. and so my wife is my current business partner. All the trains run on time. This is the truth. If you had a gun to my temple and said, log into your checking account, you'd have to kill me, because I don't know how. Like, I just haven't done it. we're going on a cruise for my wife's 40th birthday, and I realized I don't know how to book a plane ticket. Like it's been 18 years since is Priceline still around? Because
I believe they are.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's last one I used when William Shatner was the host for Priceline. And I think it's been challenging for me. I'm certain it's been challenging for Justin. He's like a freaking preschool teacher now. I'm like an adult in kindergarten. But it's been really, really cool because although I don't think that I am a conscious, thoughtful person, if it comes in my brain, most of it comes right out my mouth. That's just how I am. Working with someone who is a thoughtful person and who is organized and who is focused. Justin says all the time that my brain is a box of rabbits, and every once in a while a rabbit jumps out and runs away, and every once in a while it's a good rabbit. It's a rabbit we want to keep, but mostly it's not. And so I've learned to focus more, to be more thoughtful with what I ask for, and I've learned more in the last year working with Justin and Dave than probably in the previous 10. As far as my thought process and how things work in business, it's been pretty awesome. Hard. There's been some tense moments. There have been a few tense moments, but not as many as you think. And so I've enjoyed learning a new business and learning a new way of thinking.
That's great. That's great. Now tell me, please, why are you so underdressed?
Tuxedo. Well, every year at ImagingUSA there is the award and degree ceremony. So photographers who've been working towards their master photographer degree, photographic craftsman degree, they have a big ceremony and award those people. And so you get to choose a sponsor, and they go up on stage with you in front of everyone, hundreds of people, and you put your little thing around their neck. And I am very excited to say that one of my very dearest friends, Carol Oltz, is getting her master wedding photographer degree tonight. And she's over there sitting on a pelican case in a ball gown, waiting for us to be done so we can actually go do this thing.
Isn't she great?
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. And so she asked me to be her sponsor, which is amazing. So I'm sponsoring her tonight. Yeah. And then we have the very first International Photographic Competition finals tonight. So the live judging, and I'm on the judging panel for that. And so Lindsay Adler's sitting next to me, Andre Brown's sitting next to me, and they're both really good looking. So I have to just put on nice clothes.
I agree.
I'm just gonna keep the tux on. Yeah.
I think Justin and I are.
Yeah, I didn't get the memo, but
you look like a stage.
I did. I did bring a suit, but I'm not wearing it.
Really?
Well, not yet, at least.
You say you're not wearing it as in...
Well, I don't know.
Like, I'm not wearing it, or... No, I'm just not wearing it right now.
Depends on what the rules are.
I'm looking at Carol's face, and I know what the GD rules are.
All right, I know what the rules... I will be wearing the suit.
You should be wearing the suit.
Yes.
Before I forget, how do we find your work, Gary, and also Headshot Tools?
Sure, no problem. I would love to be Insta-famous, but I'm not. But on my website is HughesFeeReady.com. And there's an education page on there. It's got links to all my latest YouTube videos. It's got links to where I'm going to be speaking next. And it's got my gear list and all that stuff. There's no sales pitch or anything there. It's just, I get asked enough about this stuff now. I just send people this link of this page. So I don't have like a coaching club or anything like that. I just have like, here's what I'm doing. Show up if you want to. And you can also sign up for my email list there. So I email that stuff directly to your inbox.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. You're on the email list?
Yeah. I am. You're not pushing nothing.
I don't push anything. No, I just tell people what I'm doing and where I'm going to be. And it was funny, in my platform class yesterday, it was a full room, which was really nice. And to demonstrate the power of email marketing, at the beginning of the class, I said, how many people in this room were on my email list? It was
everybody practically.
Yeah, it was like 2/3 of the room.
I had a couple guys come. They wanted the slides, and I was like, "Are you on the email list?" Yeah. They were like, "Yeah, do it." Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. But Headshot Tools is very easy to access. It's web-based, and you can sign up in 2 minutes. It's headshottools.com. Headshottools.com.
You can also see all the videos on YouTube. Headshot Tools.
YouTube get channel. A great look inside the platform.
Yep.
All the training videos and a couple of sizzle reels.
Freely available.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. You'll see Carol there.
That's true. She's in the promo video.
Carol's in the promo video for my studio because she shot enough jobs for me. I have a promo video for headshot booths at conventions and stuff, and I'm barely in it. It's all these other photographers who've helped me shoot jobs, so I was doing the video while it was happening.
Nice. Well, guys, I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Justin.
That's
Gary.
it? We're kicking us out?
That's it. But before we go, Carol, can you come up here?
Carol.
Yeah, we need to get Carol in real quick.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
You want to hear us?
Oh.
I don't know if you are, but there you go.
It's okay.
Carol, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. What degree are you getting?
I'm getting my Master of Wedding Photography degree.
Nice. What is it like being with Justin?
That's a great question.
I know.
You know, he's actually really great. And if I ever need anything fixed, literally anything, he can do it. So.
Nice. I'm going to try to interview her later, too.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a pretty good interview.
It will be, because I want to know everything that she taught in her class that I missed yesterday, but I hear raving things about it.
I also heard you heard Screeching Weasel.
I heard the Screeching. Can you demonstrate?
Yeah,
for
I would
us?
like to. Can we hear the official version?
Yeah, Gary's was a little weak.
Yeah.
So, I know. It's more like, should I scoot back?
Maybe.
You know, whatever you think. That's the official Screeching Weasel. You heard it. You heard it here first.
This is going to be at the end. It's going to be great. But
I think it should be in the beginning. You know, just start it. You know.
Hold on.
Can we let your viewers decide who does it better?
Yeah, put them next to each other.
Yeah. Here we go.
Screeching Weasel.
All at the same time?
No, you then me.
Yeah.
ready?
Ladies first.
Okay, get in here. Get closer. Yeah, so they can see your faces. Oh, Jesus.
That was a hairball. That was a hairball.
Can I have a mulligan?
Yeah, Gary won because of that.
Everybody just immediately turned the volume off on their video. And now, you know how like you say a word too many times and then you can't say the word? That's I can't Screeching Weasel.
I love the face expression too.
The difference is that when she does it, it's cute. You look like you're in pain. Like
children always smile when they
do.
see adults in pain.
And adults.
Yeah.
Everyone smiles.
Well, this is great, Carol. I'll have to catch you before you leave.
You sure can.
But for now, go put a suit on, man.
Yeah, please.
I'll have to do that.
Suit up, Justin, you deadbeat.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.